How should President Biden confront China? With us is Tennessee Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn, who's been an outspoken critic of the aggressive actions of Beijing. Senator, welcome. I mean, China is eyeing, it's like salivating at the target of Taiwan. What do you see happening, and what can we do about it?
Well, Eric, what we know is China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea are the new axis of evil. We know that China is very aggressive. They are testing the Biden administration. And when it comes to what we should do about it, we need to remember generations of Americans have promised to protect Taiwan. And when we protect Taiwan, we send the signal that we are going to stand for and protect democracy. And that signal is understood by our allies, not only our allies in the Indo-Pacific, but our allies globally. It is also understood by our enemies that we are going to stand solid and resolute for democracy.
It is a democracy, free, unlike, Beijing. And at the same time, right after President Trump left office, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and basically the last week, sent a message. He loosened U.S. officials' rules in engaging with Taiwan. A lot of people don't realize we don't have diplomatic relations with Taiwan. Officials haven't been able to always meet together, but now they can meet in government buildings. Would you call on the Biden administration? They're continuing that, to continue that policy and send Beijing more messages of support of Taiwan?
The Biden administration should send more messages of support for Taiwan and for our allies who are going to stand with us against China and their aggression. Look, when you look at what is happening with China, how they are pushing into the South China Sea, if they move in and they were to take Taiwan, if they take away the freedoms from Hong Kong, if you look at what they are doing to the Tibetans, that they are doing to the Uyghurs, if you look at how they are trying to practice debt diplomacy all around the globe, what are they trying to do? They're trying to build a Chinese empire, much like what you had with the old Soviet Union. And as I said, China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, this is your new axis of evil. This is where we have to keep our focus.
Do you fear, you just mentioned the Soviet Union, that we are entering a new Cold War and that their power, their growth, their ability to expand economically and militarily around the globe now outstrips Russia and rivals what we faced during the Cold War during the Soviet Union, and that it may be even a greater threat than the Soviet Union was when we were growing up?
You know, Eric, you have to remember that China looks at this as a 100-year marathon, and they look at the 21st century as the Chinese century, and they are going after things economically and with civil military fusion and with great power competition, with their debt diplomacy, with their Belt and Road Initiative. So what China is doing is fighting on all fronts, and we would be wise to remember that and to push back. Now, one of the things that does concern me is that the Biden administration, in their budget, they are not budgeting enough to continue current force structure. But what are they doing? They're saying, well, $2 trillion in a domestic infrastructure bill, that's a way for us to fight against Beijing. And that is just not correct. What we need to do is make certain that we are going to be prepared with a strong military, that we can achieve peace through strength, that we are focused on great power competition, that we're looking at technology, the utilizations of that, and 5G as we look at 21st century protections for our nation, for our military. What we need to do is be smart economically and return to U.S. shores some of the manufacturing that has gone to China in years past, such as with our semiconductor chips, with our active pharmaceutical ingredients, with our finished pharmaceuticals and vaccines. Those things need to be coming back to strengthen our workforce.
Yeah, there's a problem at the supply line right now. In Detroit, they're shutting down some of the supply lines because they've had semiconductor problems.
That's right.
Senator Marsha Blackburn, thank you. Quickly, China, the greatest threat.
Thank you.
Oh, I guess that could be a yes. All right, Senator, we're out of time. I apologize. Thank you so much.